boys and girls. My name is Miss Craig, and I teach first grade at Lexington Elementary School. And I have here with me...
Hi, I'm Miss Bloomer, and I teach second grade math at Lexington Elementary. And go ahead.
Now today, we're going to be talking about counting coins. And Miss Bloomer has here in her hands now she has 4 nickels. And I have 1 quarter.
And we were kind of talking, and we were wondering, I wonder which one of us has the most money, like the value of the money. Who has more money to spend, Miss Craig?
Well, she
Or
has
Miss Bloomer?
4 nickels, so she has more coins. I'm just holding 1. But she thinks that she has more money than me because maybe she has more coins.
Right, boys and girls. If you have 4 coins, wouldn't you think that you have more money than somebody only holding 1 coin?
I kind of disagree, and so that's why we're going to be talking about coins today. So let's go over what we're going to be doing. So today we're going to learn 2 things. We're going to identify a coin, so what a coin looks like, by their image, by their name, and by their value. And their value is what we use for how much it's worth. What does this coin cost? Also, we're going to add 1 cent to the value of any coin we have. So, let's get started.
Okay, the first coin we're going to look at today is a coin called a penny. Now, a penny has a head side, which is on this one, and a tail side, a front and a back. It looks like this. And there are certain characteristics you need to look at to tell the difference between your different coins. On the head side of a penny, we have a former president, Abraham Lincoln. Now, what's one of the ways that we honor famous Americans in our country is that we put their pictures on our coins. On the back, we have a monument in Washington, D.C. that was built to honor Abraham Lincoln called the Lincoln Memorial. This coin's going to be easy for you to identify rather than the others because it's a different color than the other coins. This one has a brownish copper color, and it is worth 1 cent. You will count it by ones.
So the next coin that we're going to be talking about today is the nickel. And just like Miss Bloomer told you, we honor the famous presidents by putting them on our coins. So on the heads, the head of the coin, it has the head of our president, Thomas Jefferson. And on the back, the tails, it has Monticello. Now Monticello was his house where he lived. So this one is a silver coin. It's pretty thick, it's pretty fat, but it has very soft edges. It has no ridges. And it is also worth 5 cents. So when you count your nickel, you have to be sure not to count by ones, but count by 5s.
Our next coin is a dime. You will notice it instantly in real life because of its size. It is very tiny and very thin. It's a lot smaller than the other coins. It is silver in color like the nickel, but as Miss Craig told you, a nickel has smooth edges. A dime actually has ridges on the sides. You can feel the difference. If you have problems with sight, you can tell the difference between a dime and a nickel by the ridges. We have Roosevelt on the front, and on the back we have a torch, a sprig of a laurel, and a sprig of an oak. Now a dime you're going to count by tens because its value is 10 cents.
And the last coin that we're going to talk about today is our quarter. Now once again, we have a president on the heads. This is our very first president, George Washington. And on the back of a lot of quarters, you'll see an eagle. But some states have their own emblems on the back of the quarter. That just shows a little bit about their state. Now, a quarter is the biggest coin that we're going to talk about today. It has rough edges and it has a value of 25 cents. So, when you count quarters, you have to count by 25s. Not just 5s, not just 10s, but 25s. And that is the last of the coins that we're going to be talking about today.
Okay, so let's talk about why in the world would you need to learn about money? Well, mainly because you're going to go shopping. At some point, you're going to go shopping and you're going to want to buy something, so you need to know how to pay for that item. So let's pretend like you want to go and you want to buy a cupcake.
Now, it says this cupcake, this item, it costs 10 cents. Well, we see a coin that's already on it. This coin is a nickel. Now, Miss Bloomer, how much was a nickel worth again?
A nickel was
5 cents. So now we're adding 1 cent to the value of any coin. So I know my coin that I have is worth 5 cents. And if I'm adding 1 cent, what coin should I use?
Counting by ones, so you need to use a penny.
Because that's the coin that's value is 1 cent. So if we're starting at 5 because we have a nickel, we're getting to 10. Count with us as we put pennies until we have the full price of our item. So 5,
6, 7,
8,
8,
9. Oh, they're stuck together, Miss Bloomer. 9
and 10.
10. So it takes 1 nickel and 5 pennies to make 10 cents. Very good, boys and girls. Let's practice again. Now, this is an item Miss Craig likes to buy a lot. This is pizza, but this isn't worth 10 cents. This is worth 13 cents. Miss Bloomer?
Okay, we already have a dime, and we already talked about that we know a dime is 10 cents. Now I need to count up because I need to pull some more money out of my pocket to finish paying for my pizza. I've already paid 10 cents. I need to pay another penny to make
11, 12, 13.
So, if I want to pay for my pizza, I need 1 dime and 3 pennies. 1 dime and 3 pennies will cover the cost of my pizza, 13 cents.
All right, boys and girls, let's practice without using pictures, should we?
Okay, so now I have 1 nickel, and I know that 1 nickel is 5 cents. 5 cents. I need to pay for my item that is 8 cents. So I'm going to pull some more money out of my pocket and add to this nickel to make it have enough money. So again, we're going to add our pennies because there are cents. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8. So in order to pay for my item, I need 1 nickel and 3 pennies.
Let's see if we can do that again, Miss Bloomer. Oh, we're just having 4 cents. And our item is only 4 cents. Oh my goodness, what did it give us already? 1 penny. So we have to add 1 cent. So again, we're using pennies. 1 cent to our already 1 cent, our penny, to get to 4 cents. So starting by 1, because that's what this penny is worth. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pennies is the same thing as 4 cents. Now, we draw our coins by putting the value, so a penny's worth 1 cent, just in a circle. We don't have time to draw all these spaces and all the details on a coin. So this is just an easy way for you and your teacher to know what coin you're talking about. Oops.
Okay, let's try one that's a little more challenging. We've been doing pennies and nickels. Let's try a more challenging coin, a quarter, because it's a larger number. This is a 2-digit number. We know that a quarter is 25 cents, so that's what number I'm putting in my head. I'm going to start at 25 in my head, and I want to count up until I get to 27. So let's try that. Counting on by pennies. 25 in my head. Count up 1, 26. 27. So now I'm at 27 cents. So the coins that value 27 cents are a quarter and 2 pennies. Good job, boys and girls.
All right, now let's bring it up a notch. We have 1 coin and some pennies. 1 coin is different. So an easy way to check yourself and make sure you're staying on task is I like to draw a line between my different coins. So here's my oddball coin. What is my oddball coin?
A nickel.
My oddball coin? A nickel. And we know a nickel is worth 5 cents. So I have to start at 5. I put it in my head, and I'm going to count on by These are pennies. So what are we counting on by, Miss Bloomer?
We're going to count on by ones.
1. So starting at 5 in our head, count on until we reach the end. 5, 6, oops. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of these coins are worth 10 cents. So 1 nickel and 5 pennies is the same thing as 10 cents. Which coin that have we talked about that's the same thing as 10 cents? That is the same thing as all of these coins.
That. You want a coin that's 10 cents. I think it's the dime.
Well, let's see if you're right, Miss Bloomer. What do you see, boys and girls? Was Miss Bloomer right? I think she was. Good job, Miss Bloomer. It is a dime. So all of these coins are the same value, the same amount as just this one coin. Very good.
We're going to practice one more just like this. This time in our box, first of all, let's see what we have. These two are the same. They're twins. They match. They're both dimes. But as I move down, I notice that this coin is different. It's a different president, a different face. So I want to just kind of make myself a little stop sign in my head to know that when I'm counting these, I'm going to change what I'm counting. 10, 20.
Oh. We have to change now, boys and
That's
girls.
right, 25.
So 25.
So this amount of coins has a value of 25 cents. 2 dimes and 1 nickel is 25 cents. So now, Miss Craig, think in your head, what coin did we say was 25 cents in value?
Well, I remember that 25 was the biggest amount we talked about with our coins. I'm thinking that was the quarter, maybe?
Let's see. Let's see if Miss Craig is correct. Miss Craig is correct.
It is
a quarter. A quarter, 1 quarter, has the same value as 2 dimes and 1 nickel. Good job, Miss Craig. Good job, boys and girls, for keeping up with us.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to kind of what we were doing, and we're going to use pennies. Remember, we're using pennies because we're adding 1 cent to make this amount given. So, Miss Bloomer, how much money do I need when I finish this problem?
You're going to need 13 cents.
But it gives me 2 coins already. What coin is this?
That's a nickel, boys and girls.
So I have 2 nickels, which means we have to count by
fives.
5. So 5, 10, and now we're using pennies. So 11, 12, 13. So 2 nickels and 3 pennies equals 13 cents. Very good, boys and girls.
Now, let's try another one just like that, but with a larger amount. This time we're going to start with a quarter. Now stop and think. A quarter is worth 25 cents. The number I'm trying to count on to is 29 cents. So let's use our pennies to reach that amount. Remember, put 25 in your head and count up. 25,
26, 27, 28, 29.
So 1 quarter and 4 pennies will give you 29 cents.
Very good, boys and girls. Very good, Miss Bloomer. All right, and now we're trying to get to 16 cents. So we have 2 different coins this time, Miss Bloomer. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that line to tell me, whoa, hold up. I can't just keep counting by the same value. So our first coin is a dime. We know a dime is worth 10 cents now. But our second coin is a nickel. So I start at 10, but I'm not counting up by 10 because I'm changing to a dime, which is worth 5. 10 plus 5 is 15 cents. But I'm trying to get to 16 cents. So I have 15. This one's kind of easy, Miss Bloomer.
1 more penny makes
16 cents. So 1 dime, 1 nickel, and 1 penny is the same thing as 16 cents. Very good. All right.
Okay, we're trying to get to 10 cents. We want to make a 10, just like you probably have practiced doing on your 10 frame. We already have part of it full. We have 5 cents because this is a nickel. So we're going to put 5 in our head and we're going to count up to 10 using pennies. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1 nickel and 5 pennies will give you a value of 10 cents.
Very good, boys and girls. Very good. So why is it important for us to know how to count coins? Well, we're about to tell you. Miss Bloomer, show them what's on your card here. Can you see that, boys and girls? Do we need to get closer? Probably not. Okay. Okay. So we have a yummy, yummy looking cupcake, and it is worth 12 cents. So pretend you're at the store and you want to buy this yummy cupcake for 12 cents. If you don't know how to count your money or your coins, you won't know how many coins to give the cashier to buy this cupcake. You might give him way too much money, or you might not have enough if you don't know how to count coins properly. So let's talk about how to count out your coins for this yummy, yummy cupcake. 12 cents. Miss Bloomer, what should I start with for 12 cents?
I would start with a dime.
A dime?
10 cents is really close to 12.
Okay, so here, boys and girls, I have a dime. But a dime is only 10 cents, like Miss Bloomer says. Do I have enough to get my cupcake yet?
No, you do not.
But could I add another dime to it to get my cupcake?
No, Miss Craig, because that would be 20 cents.
That'd be too much. That would be too much.
That's past our number.
I think I'm going to start with pennies because if you remember, that's what we're working with today. So if I have 10 cents and then 1 penny makes 11, and then 1 more penny makes 12. So when you're at the store trying to buy an item, you know now how many coins to get it because you know how to count coins. 1 dime and 2 pennies is the same thing as 12 cents, which is what will get you that yummy cupcake.
Let's say you wanted to buy a basketball and the basketball is 27 cents. Think about what coins you would need to pull out of your pocket to hand to the store clerk in order to purchase your basketball that's 27 cents. Miss Craig, what coin do you think we need to start with? Now remember, you want to start with the largest coin you can without going past the value.
Well, let's see. I know a dime's worth 10 cents, but we talked about that quarter that's worth more. So let's start with our quarter because, Miss Bloomer, if you remember, a quarter is worth 25 cents. All right. So 25 and 27 are pretty close together. So I think we need to use the smallest coin possible now, which is our penny. So 25, 26, and one more is 27. 1 quarter and 2 pennies is the same thing as 27 cents, which will pay for your basketball at the store. And boys and girls, that's why it's very important for you to know how to count your money and how to count your coins. So let's review what we've talked about today.
The first coin we talked about today, this is a review. The first coin we talked about today is the penny. Remember, this is what a penny looks like and it is worth 1 cent. A way that you can remember that, Miss Bloomer's going to show you a little rhyme. Penny, penny, easily spent, copper brown, and worth 1 cent.
Very good. So that's a little rhyme to keep in your head to remember the value. So let's go over our nickel. So remember, our nickel is kind of fat and it has smooth round edges and it is worth 5 cents. And we also have a rhyme to help you remember the nickel. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that.
The other coin we talked about was a dime. A dime is small in size and has ridges, and it's worth 10 cents. A rhyme to help you remember the dime is dime, dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10.
And the last quarter that we talked about today is, the last coin we talked about today is the quarter. And it is worth 25 cents. It's the biggest coin value that we've talked about. So a rhyme to help you remember this one. It's our last one. Quarter, quarter, big and bold. You're worth 25, I am told. So we've talked about our coins. We've named them by how much their value is. We've named them by what they look like and by their names. Now, I want to challenge you. Miss Craig and Miss Bloomer made some posters that we worked with to help you learn about this. I want to challenge you to make your own poster or get a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a poster. And create your own item, whatever item you want, but put a price on it. Like my pizza was worth 13 cents. So that's fun. That's kind of like an artsy project. But here's the math kicker. You have to put the coins that would make the value your item cost. So after you draw all of your item and put a price on it, you're drawing your coins that match the price that you need to pay for your own item.
Boys and girls, we are so glad that you came and joined us today and that you're learning a very important life skill on how to count your money. We enjoyed spending our time with you today, and we hope that you will take what we taught you today and use it the next time you go shopping with your parents or shopping with a relative.
Yes, when you go shopping at the grocery store, when we can get out again, really. When you go shopping, help your parents, help someone you know count coins. Practice just counting out, any coin you'd like. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you learned a lot about your coins today.